To the middle. Here's Duran. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Well, Greg, neither of these clubs playing very well right now. Two teams that desperately need a win.
Tonight is huge for these two. And a winnable game on the schedule for either side. So whoever wins tonight will feel a lot better about themselves.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
There's so much rarity in a wing or big guard like Cade to have that kind of vision. He's special.
Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hey, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Vassell. Goes up on the wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bay. So it's the Spurs now. 4-point game. Now here's Vassell. Back to Jackson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The Pistons on offense. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Rebounded by the Spurs.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And the dunk by Jackson.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. From 12 feet out. No good that time. And Detroit the other way now. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, a couple Hall of Fame.
To the paint. Now Jackson. After Keldon Johnson missed from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Vassell's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Ivy. Left side Miller. A 3 ball. They get it back. They kick out to Cunningham. Pass to Duran. Stolen by Jackson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Pistons leading. Cunningham looking it over. Down low. Duran. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. That's now 8 points here for Jalen Duran. Outside Jackson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Cunningham outside. Rebound San Antonio. Johnson outside. Pass to Vassell. And stolen by Bay. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. San Antonio trailing here. It's deflected. Here's Ivy. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Detroit.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Johnson in the corner. And stolen by Bay. Here's Ivy. Good on the triple. Ivy's got 7 points.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Jackson up top. And the shot is long. Pistons leading by 6. Here's Tuke. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. Pass to Johnson. It's Edwards on the wing. They need this. Duran pulls it in. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They're leading by 8. And it's Miller in the corner. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Edwards. No good. Shot missing. And the Pistons now going the other way.
Well, you flash back to Sadiq Bey's rookie season, and as the Wildcat came into the league, he hit the ground running. Really impressive, just control and demeanor and poise on the court, finishing 4th in Rookie of the Year voting.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Spurs trail by 10. And finishing 4th in the rookie race is certainly a compliment for Bay.
Well, Rookie of the Year races are always hotly contested, so if you land that high, that says a lot about your game and how many people are recognizing the contributions that you're making. Look, Sadiq Bey has a ton of potential.
The Pistons on offense. Tries it from the top of the key. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And now a 12-point Piston lead.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
From deep. Pass to Bay. Miller with a wide open look. Off target with his three.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
From deep, Johnson. Valanciunas grabs the board.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Now, here's Cunningham. They get it back. Here's Valanciunas. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Vassell. They could use a bucket. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the line for him here.
Was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
And the Spurs making a change here. Detroit leading by 10. Miller outside. Here's Bay. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's Wesley. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Pistons on offense. Edwards with the block. And he gets it back.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Bay with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Assist goes to.
And the Pistons lead by 12.
And Cade, at his size, when he's going in there and willing to get dirty, it's a great way to pick up extra points.
Inside. Bay. No good with the layup.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Edwards, that's good.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And it's Miller in the corner. And the three ball is good.
Yeah, I feel for him right now, guys. He's much better than this 1-for-4 start. He just needs to relax a little bit out there and let that game come around to him.
Out left to the wing. And it's Vassell in the corner. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. To the inside. It's stolen by Wiseman. Wesley with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. There's a good screen. To the middle. Here's Wiseman. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Team foul.
And there should be tons of trips to the free throw line for Wiseman. So tough to stop inside.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Graham with the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 14.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a...
The Pistons. 28.
if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here's Wesley. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. San Antonio needs to get off the shot here. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Graham surveying the floor.
Spurs foul. Wesley. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Detroit now. Just 5 on the clock. His three-pointers off the mark. Spurs trail by 12. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Wiseman. And there it is for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Graham. Here's Trent. Now here's Graham. Down low. Miller. And the rejection by Jackson. And here is Wesley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Tipped away. And stolen by Miller. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Pass to Trent. Fires from deep. Wiseman with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Wiseman's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Wiseman's setting up camp on the interior. He's going to be effective there.
It's Trent on the wing. Back to Graham. The layup missed.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Over Green. Here's Wiseman. Jackson has the open look. From outside, off the mark. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. Screen by Valanciunas. Pass to Miller. Outside, Green. Brent, did you have any superstitions when you played in the NBA?
Not so much, Kevin. I really had more routine, and if I got off my routine, I might be a little bit, nervous. But nothing superstitious and nothing that I can recall.
Substitution for your Spurs.
Pistons leading by 10.
Jackson.
Now Graham. Pass to Green. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And Valanciunas just needs a little bit of airspace. He's so big, easy for him to get to the rim.
Johnson, that's for two. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Valanciunas. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 14 now for Detroit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. The Spurs making a switch here. Launches it. Drills it from outside.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Miller outside. There's the pick. Trent outside. Over in the corner, Green. They grab their own miss. Graham with the ball. Pass to Valanciunas. And Wiseman sends it back.
And Wiseman using the length, swatting that one away.
Spurs trail by 11. Inside. And stolen by Miller. Here's Graham. That's good. It's Miller with the assist.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Johnson can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Graham. Out to Miller. That one doesn't go. And it's the Spurs ball. Trailing by 13. Kicks it out to Johnson. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. The Pistons go the other way with it. And Greg Keldon Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. This strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
San Antonio shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Taking 2 shots. And the Pistons timeout. San Antonio, let's give it up for your Spurs.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The first one falls.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 6.
San Antonio foul. Number 5. First personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Spurs, Jackson.
Pass to Bay. Shot clock at 6. Miller outside. Buries it from three-point range. Miller's got 6 points.
And that's a nice pass from Bay, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Detroit leading by 17. Miller surveying the floor. Cunningham outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Jackson.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses, and he has all the tools to be a very special player.
San Antonio making a switch here. Pass to Johnson. The three. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And here's Miller. He's got 6. Now Bay. From deep three-point range. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Vassell. Johnson outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jalen Duren.
14 foul.
I like seeing Johnson getting after it, taking on all comers and drawing the whistle.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter. And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Pass to Vassell. Shoots from the corner. That shot missing. And it's Detroit the other way.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Back to Cunningham. It's stolen by Wiseman. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Wiseman with a good read and jumping all over that steal.
Cunningham outside. Poked away. Pass to Vassell. And a miss there on the triple.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Ivy. He's got 10. The kick out to Cunningham. 4 on the clock. Sinks the triple. Cunningham's got 11.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And it's Wiseman in the corner. Here's Johnson. Here he goes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jalen Duren.
That's a power drive if you've ever seen one. Keldon Johnson is country strong.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Johnson for three.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Wesley. Bay pulls it in. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Back to Johnson. Shoots over Bay. Off the left rim and out.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway.
Spurs ball.
Here's Johnson. And he drops it in from the low post.
Can't allow Johnson to get that deep. Once he's there, he's going to be able to score.
Here's the screen. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 5. Fires the three. The rebound by the Spurs.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the paint. And stolen by Bay. And now the fast break. Ivy with the ball. And it's Miller with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And Killian Hayes, born in America, yet didn't play high school basketball. That's unheard of.
Well, Killian's dad played a bunch of years in Europe, and he really loved his time in France, so he believed the best way for Killian to develop his game was to play pro ball in France.
Pass to Bay. Cunningham on the wing. And the rejection by Jackson. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Vassell. No good that time. And the Pistons now going the other way. And here's Ivy. From deep. Vassell grabs the board.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
That one goes in.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Duren. Cunningham outside. Inside. Here's Duren. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Here's Jackson. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Detroit the other way. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Johnson.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
San Antonio timeout.
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David, that's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. Detroit dictating the flow. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Johnson. Jackson with the screen. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Left side Jackson. Money from the wing. Jackson's got 10 points.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Now, here's Ivy. He's got 14. Here's Bay.
Yeah, Bay knows the scouting report is these guys are going to come out to take your shot away, so use that to your advantage, get inside, and draw a foul.
For Detroit, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Jackson. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now Cunningham. He's got 13. From deep. That one doesn't drop.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
The three from Johnson. Duran pulls it in.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Jackson in the corner. Shoots the three. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Pass to Ivy. Puts up a three. Drops in the tray. Ivy's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout. He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Miller outside. Pass to Ivy. Six on the shot clock. Driving the lane.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Outside Jackson. And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
That'll be a Pistons timeout. Let's get on our feet and make some noise for the Spurs High Squad.
Valanciunas, Josh Green, Gary Trent Jr.
On defense, the Pistons. Jackson with the screen. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Vassell, no good.
Graham not settling, worked his way inside, got somebody to overcommit.
Third personal foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
San Antonio with the ball. Here's Johnson.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Down low. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And the layup's good off the glass. Wesley's got his first points in this one.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Bay with it. He's got 5. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Jackson.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Graham with the bucket. Graham's got 10 points.
Yeah, Graham gets inside and he knows he's got to stay nimble, ready to adjust his shot around the defense.
Outside Jackson. Lets it go from deep. And Valanciunas pulls it down. And so Graham will bring it up for the Pistons. Here's Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so much great talent coming into the league, Craig, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
Trent outside. Three-pointer, Graham. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And Graham never shy about getting another shot off.
Pass to Vassell. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's Vassell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And here's Trent. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Outside, Green. Pistons passing it around. Pass to Valanciunas. Lets it go with the 3. That shot is off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game. The turnaround jumper. Count it.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Graham with the bounce pass. Here's Trent. Wiseman with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Vassell, no good. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. And it's Trent in the corner. 5 on the clock. Here's Green. Going inside. Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Fader on the way. And misses it off the right side of the rim. So it's Detroit now. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. 14 foul. Coming onto the floor for your Spurs.
There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. And here's Trent outside. Detroit keeping it alive. A new 14. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Green. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a hot.
The Pistons. 84.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Graham. They kick it out to Green. At the elbow, it's Valanciunas. Over Wiseman. No good from Valanciunas.
I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
To the middle. Jackson down low. He can't get that one. And Detroit the other way now.
Jackson.
And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Now, here's Cunningham. Here's Bay. No good on the 3.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
On the wing, Jackson. And they double up Jackson.
Detroit.
And the Pistons making a change here.
First personal foul. First team foul. Pistons.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Jackson with the screen. To the inside. Rebound by the Pistons. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Cans it from downtown.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
San Antonio calls timeout. San Antonio with the ball. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Jackson. Duran pulls it in. Down low. Here's Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Cunningham outside. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm? I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Jackson. Trying to get something going. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
At the elbow, Edwards. Jackson with it. Miller outside. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Third ball.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Jackson from long range.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Cunningham for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Cunningham's got 19 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Shot clock at 6. Launches a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 22.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing. Boy, that has to be a relief, ending a 14-0 run by Detroit.
Pass to Ivy. With social media and the cult celebrity, a lot of pitfalls for players. Brent, is the NBA doing a good job preparing them to face those very public challenges?
It's a really good question, Kevin. And I think what's interesting is to study players who've been in the NBA for a while that are embracing social media versus what you're seeing with younger players who have grown up with social media and how they handle that dynamic coming in. And I think, quite frankly, the younger players are a lot better at doing it than some of the older players.
Cunningham for three. The rebound by the Spurs. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. Here's Jackson. The offensive rebound. Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to Jackson. Second chance shot. The shot comes out. The Pistons go the other way with it. Here's Ivy. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Now Wesley. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Pass to Duran. to the paint. Now, here's Ivy. The three. The shot, no good. Jackson with the screen. Inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Cunningham with it. To end the drought. No good that time. And we've seen not only some new trophies in Bruce, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cunningham's got 11 points in the quarter.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And he's good on the three ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. On defense, the Spurs. And here's Morris for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Good find by Graham there. Almost a sixth sense.
And here is Wesley. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. A three from Morris. The rebound by the Spurs. Outside Edwards. Here's Jackson. The shot missing. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Graham. On the wing, Morris. Now, here's Trent. 6 to shoot. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Now Graham. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
No, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg, I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it.
Saddiq Bey has so many intriguing parts about his game. If he can remain a consistent three-point shooter, he's going to do some damage in this league.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Detroit.
2 minutes remaining.
Trent, right side. Graham with the ball. High post try. Rebound by Sohan. And so it's San Antonio with it. Here's Gorbenko. And that one hits back iron. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. And here's Morris for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Morris has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Detroit.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Detroit.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Cade Cunningham.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
From deep. Kept alive. Right wing. Three-pointer. Graham. Rebound by Sohan. And here is Leslie. That one, no good. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to